Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. In the ancient city of Ibadan, everyone knows the name Sunday IGBOHO, and probably you might not know who Sunday IGBOHO is. He's becoming popular and more popular. He's not a politician, as he said, he's not seeking any public office. And we might want to call him a grassroots mobilizer, maybe, but I do not think he's a grassroots mobilizer. But he has a reputation for defending people against injustice. He became popular when he presented himself as a warrior many years ago. One will probably ask the question, why did Sunday choose the nickname IGBOHO? During one of his interviews, he told a story about the origin of that name IGBOHO. He said the people in Yoruba land tend to give other inhabitants the names due to the place they live in. His father was called Baba IGBOHO because he comes from IGBOHO. So Sunday is from IGBOHO. As a result, Sunday got his name Sunday Omo Baba IGBOHO. Now, here are some few things about him, according to articles here and there. One, Chief Sunday Adeniyi Adeyemo, that is his full name, popularly known as Sunday IGBOHO, was born October 10, 1972. He calls himself an activist and does not want to identify as a politician. Two, he is the chairman of Addison International Business Concept Limited and popularly referred to as the Akoni Odua of Yoruba land. He is said to be involved in import of automobiles from Europe and other countries. So he's involved in car business, if we might want to call it that. Three, he started off as a motorcycle repairer, then ventured into automobiles where he sells cars and was able to start Addison Business Concept. Four, he's married to two wives, one Muslim, one Christian, and he has children, including 3 professional footballers in Germany. 5, he once worked with former Oyo governor Rashid Ladoja and became one of his most trusted aides. He became famous as a strong defendant of Modakeke people in the Modakeke Ife War between 1997 and 1998. This is what brought Sunday IGBOHO to the forefront, the Modakeke and Ife War. This is a war between people who are Yorubas who had issues with themselves, and he had to protect his own side, and he became very popular as a result of his efforts during that ethnic war. He became very popular due to certain metaphysical and some other form of warfare that he brought into the show. He once said that he is not interested. He said the source of his power or whatever it is that is backing him up does not come from the Yoruba mythology. I'm talking about the Ogun and the Yemoja and the rest of the deities that you will find people pouring libation on and worshiping and calling on and all of that. Aside the Ifa, if you are vast in knowledge in all of this, metaphysical and esoteric and all of this, he talked about that he's not involved in all of that, that he deals with certain spirits. As you know, the kind of war that you fight in Africa and in some of this, like for example the Modakeke and Ife war, it's not just physical war. They engage in spiritual warfare. And I know a lot of you out there will be asking, so if they have all of this in Africa, why were they enslaved? That's a big question. Why were they enslaved? If Africa always pride themselves to have all the demons, all the powers, all this and that. What people do not know is this. It's just how it is said, and by a proverb, a wise saying. They said, if you are in your own farm and you've not seen other people's farm, you might think your own father's farm is the biggest. And what am I saying? Spirituality exists everywhere. Your own form of spirituality might be crude. Your approach to it might be very vicious. But at the end of the day, what do you gain from it? How are you able to harness How are you able to manipulate? How are you able to get gains, if there is any at all, from any of these forces out there? And what does it mean? It means that other race also have their own form of energy connection or spiritual connection or demonic connection or whatever it is. So I think that answers the question as regards why were they kidnapped, abducted, with all of these spiritual powers that a lot of Africans, will always claim they have, particularly Nigeria, the present day Nigeria. A lot of people were taken to Europe, they were taken to America. If you check the DNA ancestry, African ancestry, you realize that many people were taken from the present day Nigeria, a lot. And probably, if I'm correct, about 70% of the so-called African Americans in the United States, Caribbean, are from present-day Nigeria. That's it. So if they had all those metaphysical powers and abilities, where were they? Why? How is it possible for them to be able to take them away without any form of fight? Well, some said that those foreigners, when they came, the Caucasians, they were wise enough to learn the ways and to study some of their metaphysical abilities here and there, as they might be able to, so that they could be able to overtake them. But I think some of them also had, and there must be some divine reasons for some of them, as some of the practices back then were so evil and they were so dark. And if you look at the stories in the Bible, you realize that there are times that God opens up the door for people to be kidnapped. I'm not talking about Fulani herdsmen kidnapping people. No, I'm talking about the slavery story, so that certain practices could come to an end, because they are becoming more evil daily. Or what are your reasons? I'm just trying to bring out points here. What are your reasons for this? Because I know that when I looked at comments and we talk about this Sunday IGBOHO with his spiritual abilities, what he can do, and all these things, people begin to ask, so if you people have all of these things, why is that you were enslaved? If people had all of these metaphysical powers, why is that Fulani herdsmen are doing this and that, and you cannot do this and that? Why is this and that? I think you also must you will have answers to it too. So 6, they say he gained social media tractions in January 2021 when he gave a weak ultimatum to herdsmen in Ibarakba to vacate the land after the killing of one Dr. Aborode. And like I said initially, is believed to possess metaphysical powers and is a strong advocate for Oduduwa Republic. That is Chief Adeyemo Sunday IGBOHO. Now, what are your own thoughts as regards these things that are happening in Nigeria right now? It's so sad, Fulani herdsmen here and there. People are being enslaved in their own villages, their own town, their own region, as a result of the forced amalgamation that brought about Nigeria. This insecurity it has become tense that even the federal government of Nigeria has encouraged it. I'm talking of Buhari's government. They've encouraged it. They are not saying anything. It's like the oppressed in Nigeria are always being pushed even more down, made to suffer more, while the oppressors are always giving an extra cake. That is what is happening. It's so sad.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.